Okay, look at the image below. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, so we see here a right triangle because we have one angle which is 90 degrees, and the formula to calculate the area of a triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. This is the area of the triangle. So the base is 3 times 6 divided by 2. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So the answer is 9. Now let's see an illustration of why this is true, why the area is base times height divided by 2. Okay, so I have here a right triangle. Okay, we see that this triangle also has a right triangle, and when I duplicate the triangle and then I flip the second one and attach it to the first one, so what do we get? We get a rectangle. And this rectangle is combined from two identical triangles. So this is the first triangle and this is the second triangle, and we know that the formula to calculate the area of the rectangle is the base times the height. So if we multiply the base times the height and divide it by 2, we get the area of one of these triangles, because each of these triangles is exactly 1/2 of the total area of the rectangle in this case. Okay. So what is the area of the triangle? 3 times 6, 18, divided by 2, which is 9. Look at the image below. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, so let me copy the question to the board. Okay. So in this case, we have an obtuse triangle, because we have one angle of the triangle which is more than 90 degrees. You see here, if this is a right triangle, then this angle here is more than 90 degrees, which means that this triangle is obtuse. But again, the formula to calculate an obtuse triangle is the same. It's the base, which is 4 times the height, which is 10, divided by 2. This is the area. So the area is 40. 4 times 10 is 40, divided by 2, which is 20. Let's see an illustration of why the area of an obtuse triangle is also the base times the height divided by 2. Okay, so I have here an obtuse triangle. Okay, so I take the second triangle, and I take the first one and I make a copy of it. So we see we now have two identical triangles where both of them have an obtuse angle. Okay, these are two copies of the same triangle. Then I flip the second one. Okay, just flip it and I connect it to the first triangle. So what do we get here? Now we get a parallelogram. Okay, and to calculate the area of the parallelogram, we know that we need to multiply the base we multiply the base times the height, okay, which is the same formula to calculate a rectangle. Base times height gives us the area of the parallelogram, and because of the parallelogram is combined from two identical triangles, then we need to divide it by 2 and we get the area of one of these triangles. So again, base times height divided by 2 gives us the area of one of these triangles. And to illustrate why the formula to calculate the area of a parallelogram is base times height. Okay, so this is a parallelogram, and I've already marked the height of the parallelogram. So in this case, to illustrate why the area of a parallelogram is base times height, I take the triangle, I take the triangle from the left side of the parallelogram and I shift it to the right hand side of the parallelogram. And what do I get? I get a rectangle. And we know that the formula to calculate the rectangle is the base times the height. So parallelogram is base times the height, and the area of a triangle is base times the height divided by 2. Okay, so the answer for the question with these parameters is 24 times 10, which is 40, divided by 2 is 20. Okay. Look at the image below. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, so we see that we have an acute triangle because all of the angles of these triangles are less than 90 degrees and the base is 21 and the height is 6. Okay, you see that the line that goes perpendicular to the base of the triangle is 6 in its length and the base is 21. And again, the area is base times height divided by 2. So let me illustrate this for a rectangle, triangle which is an acute triangle. I have here an acute triangle. So again, I make a copy of the original triangle and I shift it and I flip it. And now I have 2 identical copies of the original triangle, and now I connect the second copy to the first one. And what do I get? I get a parallelogram. And the height of the parallelogram is the line that goes from the base in perpendicular to the base, and it goes up to the highest point of the triangle. And we know that to calculate the area of the whole parallelogram, we need to multiply the base times the height. So base times the height gives us the area of the whole parallelogram. But because this parallelogram is combined from 2 identical triangles, if I divide it by 2, then again I get the area of one of these triangles. Okay? So in this case, the base is 21. I need to multiply it by 6. So 20 by 6 is 120. 20 times 6, 120 plus 6, so 126 divided by 2. So the area is 63. Okay, let me just verify. 21 times 6. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Okay, and 126 divided by 2. 2 goes into 12 6 times. 6 times 2 is 12. Now remainder. Okay, to bring down the 6. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so 63. So the area in this case is 63. Okay, look at the image below. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, so we see that the base is 6. Base is 6, and the height, which is the line that goes from the base to the height point of the triangle, and it is perpendicular to the base. They create a right angle here. Okay, so the height is 2. We know that the formula to calculate the area of the triangle is the base times the height divided by 2, which is 6 times 2 is 12 divided by 2, which means that the area is 6. So the length of this side is relevant to the calculation of the area of the triangle. So 6 times 2, 12 divided by 2 is 6, right? Yeah. Okay, look at the image below. What is the area of the triangle? So we saw that the area of the triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. This is the area. Okay, so in this case, the area is 16 times 12, because this is the base and this is the height. And we can also flip it 90 degrees counterclockwise, and we can consider 12 as the base and 16 as the height, but it doesn't matter because either way we multiply 16 by 12 or 12 by 16, we get the same result, and we divide it by 2. So 16 times 12, 16 times 12, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, and 1 times 16 is 16, so 2, 3 plus 6 is 9, and 1. So this is 192, so the area is 192 divided by 2, and so the area is 180 divided by 2 is 90, and 12 divided by 2 is 6, so the area is 96. Verify 96 times 2, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 9 is 18 plus 1 is 19. Yes. So the area is 96. Look at the image below. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, so we see here an obtuse triangle because it has an angle that is larger than 90 degrees, more than 90 degrees, and the base of the triangle is this side, which is 6, and the height is 15. The height is the line that goes perpendicular to the base up to the highest point of the triangle, okay, which is here. So we know that the area of the triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. So now we calculate. So the area is 6 times 15 divided by 2. 6 times 15. 6 times 10 is 60. And 6 times 5 is 30. So 6 times 15 is 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. So the area of the triangle is 45. Okay, just verify. 15 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 9 is 3 is 90. 90 divided by 2 is 45. Okay. Okay. So 6 times 15, 90 divided by 2 is 45. Look at the image below. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, so the area of the triangle, we know it's the base. It's the base. Oops. Base times the height divided by 2. What is the base here? The base here is 4. Okay, so we see that this side here is the base, and the height, the line that goes perpendicular to the base in a right triangle and goes from the base to the highest point of the triangle is 2. So base times height divided by 2 gives us the area. So base times height is 8. 4 times 2 is 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the area is 4. So in the next video, I will do this practice. Find missing length when given area of a triangle. I will see you in the next video.